If you guys need help gearing up for any of the new content in Grand Theft Auto Online, check out G2A with a link in the description. And if you want to save a little bit extra, just be sure to use that cashback code BOSS as well. Anyways, what's going on, guys? My name is Ross, or Mr. Boss for the win, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be looking at potential DLC cars for Grand Theft Auto Online and how they could already be in the game. So what we're going to be looking at today is what the Grand Theft Auto series calls wrecks. Now, wrecks are not to be confused with beaters, which are rundown versions of vehicles that can still be driven, but with reduced performance. Wrecks are unusable prop versions of land, sea, and air vehicles that can be found around the maps of all the Grand Theft Auto games since GTA 3. So they've been in the game since GTA 3, where they started as scrapped cars and school buses of unknown origins that are around various junkyards. GTA 3's scrapped vehicles are also featured in Vice City and San Andreas, although such wrecks may be sighted in a wider range of locations. The first known drivable vehicle to appear as a wrecked prop is the Walton in GTA San Andreas, where a rusting Walton is present in rural San Andreas. HD Universe titles see the vast majority of wrecks based on existing vehicles in the game. Some of the wrecks in these games can be seen piled up with a plank leading on them, forming the base of some unique stunt jumps. So what we're going to be talking about today is these wrecks potentially being vehicles that we could see added in the future, as a lot of them are very interesting cars that I know a lot of you guys would really like to see in Grand Theft Auto 5. So we're only going to be focusing on the ones that are in GTA 5, but there is a handful that's in Grand Theft Auto 4, Vice City, San Andreas. So if you're interested in this, I will leave a link to it in the description as well. All right, so the first vehicle that can be found as a wreck is the Admiral. Now, in case you guys don't know, the Admiral is a four-door sedan featured in the 3D universe and the HD universe. So it's most recently seen in Grand Theft Auto 4, where it was called the Dundreary Admiral. And this would certainly be an interesting vehicle if Rockstar added this into the game. In Grand Theft Auto 4, its design represents a cross between the Mercury Grand Marquis and the Toyota Crown Majesta. And it also takes minor influences from the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. So in case you guys have never seen the Admiral, this is what it looks like right here. In Grand Theft Auto 4, it was priced at $28,000. Which wasn't too expensive for that time. Another variation of this car is the Stretch Limo. So the Admiral is the same body style as the Stretch Limo in GTA 4. I'm not sure if it's the same in Grand Theft Auto 5, but either way, this would be a pretty cool sedan that Rockstar could end up adding into the game. It has a large V8 engine with a rear-wheel drive configuration, coupled with a 5-speed transmission. So it would be pretty powerful for a sedan, and I'm sure Rockstar could do some cool things to this vehicle, like adding lots of unique customization. So that's the first vehicle today. The next vehicle is the Ballista Compact, which we can kind of ignore because we already have the Ballista Compact in the game. But what this proves is wrecks that we see in game could appear in Grand Theft Auto 5. So that's just a good example right there. The next one we're going to be looking at today is the Bravura. So hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. The Bravura is a two-door coupe that was last featured in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So the Bravura is based off of a lot of different vehicles, and since we last saw it in San Andreas, it's going to be based off of more classic vehicles like the Dodge Spirit, the 1987 to 1993 Ford Mustang, also the Pontiac Grand Am, and the Plymouth Acclaims, as well as the Mercury Cougar. So it takes a lot of different shapes and designs from those vehicles right there. Regarding its performance in GTA San Andreas, acceleration is average due to a small engine, handling is average too, and the car exhibits a good bit of understeer. Braking tends to be on the weak side, and this limits its ability to reach a very high top speed. So this wouldn't be the most fun vehicle to drive, but I'm sure Rockstar could make it pretty interesting nonetheless. Vehicles very similar to that are the Mañana in the 3D era, but the Bravura is one we have not seen in GTA 5, and it was only featured in GTA San Andreas. What's cool about this vehicle is it had a lot of amazing customization options at the trans fender shop. So this would be a pretty cool vehicle that might be a Benny's option to upgrade, or it might just be a pretty cool vehicle in general. Now, there's a couple of other vehicles that, because they're already in GTA 5, I really don't feel the need to go over. You can see them in the game quite clearly, which is the Burrito. Now, some of these are like beta versions of the car, which are kind of unique to look at, and some of them might even be from GTA 4, but we already have variants of them in GTA 5. So you have the Burrito, you have the Faction, you have the PCJ 600, you have the Forklift. There's a Sultan that can be seen being upgraded in the Los Santos Custom Shop. There's a Rat Loader that can be found at the, I think it's Lost MC Clubhouse or something like that. There's a Romero Hearse being painted in another Los Santos Custom Shop. However, the next vehicle we're going to be looking at is another really cool one from Grand Theft Auto 4, and that is the Merit. So the Merit is a 4-door sedan that was featured in San Andreas and GTA 4, and it was manufactured by DeClasse. So in Grand Theft Auto 4, this vehicle is most similarly looking to the Chevy Impala LS, but it also takes some design elements from the Honda Accord and the 4th generation Pontiac GT0, which is really awesome. So there's a lot of really cool design elements to this car. Based off of its performance in GTA 4, it's powered by a twin-cam inline 4 matted with a 5-speed transmission in a rear-wheel drive layout. The suspension is very firm, keeping the Merit flat through corners and enabling it to corner effectively at speed. The Merit seems suited towards any situation. It's capable of high speeds and seems to be able to survive a serious car chase, making it a versatile addition to any parking space. So the Merit seems pretty cool. In San Andreas, it had a lot of upgrade options that you could do at the trans fender shop, like different exhausts, different spoilers, different wheels. Obviously, in GTA 4, we never got to upgrade cars, so there isn't any upgradable options there. But this would be awesome, and I think this would be a really cool version of a vehicle to get. There's actually a police patrol variant and a taxi variant of this car in-game. In GTA 4, I should say. But regardless, the Merit would be pretty cool. And what I like about a lot of the cars we've looked at so far is they're either sedans or coupes. You know, vehicles that we don't see all that often. We typically get supercars, sports cars. These would be nice additions to the game to also add a nice bit of variety too. So that right there is the Merit, another really cool vehicle that I'd love to see featured. The next vehicle we're going to be looking at today is by far the most interesting. It is the T34 Tank. It's an abandoned old tank found in the Rogers Salvage scrapyard. It cannot be controlled by the player, and it's just a beast of a tank. So the T-34's design is to look exactly like its real-life counterpart, the Soviet T-34-85. And this is the latter version of the tank with a larger turret and an 85mm main gun. And unlike most vehicles in GTA 5, this is an exact recreation of the real-life model. So we have lots of tanks in the game, but we don't have anything that looks like this, like an old-school style, World War II tank. And this looks really cool, and I think this would be a nice addition to the game. We have the super modern new tank, the Kanjali. We have sort of the mobile APC. We have the regular Rhino. This would be a cool addition to the game if it was like a really slow but powerful version of a tank. I mean, I feel like that would be awesome. I'm not sure where Rockstar would include that. They would almost have to wait for another military-style update to add something like that into the game. But this tank has just been sitting in the scrapyard from day one, which I thought is pretty cool. So I'd love to see that. I'm pretty sure there's also like an underwater version of this tank as well that can be found in the ocean. It might be a similar design. Either way, really, really cool stuff. I think this would be an awesome addition to Grand Theft Auto Online as long as Rockstar would be able to balance it. That would be the trouble, because every time weaponized vehicles are added, always the issue is, is it going to become too powerful? How are people going to abuse this? So if they are able to balance that, that would be a nice addition to the game. And the final vehicle we're going to be looking at today, the final wrecked vehicle in GTA 5 that is of any interest, that is the Uranus. So the Uranus is a 2-door sports compact, which appears in GTA San Andreas and Grand Theft Auto 4. This is probably the one you guys would want to see the most. So it's manufactured by Vapid. In Grand Theft Auto 4, it's based off of a lot of different versions of cars. It's based off of the 3rd generation Mustang, the Merkur XR4 Ti, which sounds like a calculator, the Ford Sierra, also the Opel Mantle B2, and the 1984 to 1986 Mustang SVO. So there's a lot of different influences this car takes on. However, by far what's the most interesting about this vehicle compared to the other cars we've looked at is its handling files can be found in the game's code, suggesting it may have been a controllable vehicle at some point during development. So some of the other vehicles we've seen don't have that same line of code, but the Vapid Uranus does, which again adds to the fact that these vehicles that are considered wrecks definitely were drivable options. Now, I really like this car. Again, it adds to the variety. It's a two-door hatchback. I'm assuming it would either be a compact or a little sports car. And in GTA San Andreas, it had a lot of different upgrades you can do too. This car could be modified at Wheel Arch Angels. It had a ton of different paint jobs. It had a bunch of different exhaust options, spoilers, roof, rear bumper, front bumper. So this car would definitely have a ton of customization if it were added in GTA 5. And I feel like that would definitely be the strong suit of this vehicle, that it would have amazing customization. Hopefully it would be a Benny's vehicle. I just feel like that would be awesome. So anyways, that right there is a handful of the vehicles that I think we could get in the future of Grand Theft Auto Online that are already in the game. They're just wrecked, scrapped versions that we can't end up drive and that can be found all throughout the world. So I encourage you guys to check all of this out for yourself. I will leave a link to the GTA Wikipedia page that I'm using in the description. But it is pretty cool. What vehicle would you like to see Rockstar add that can already be found in the game? Is it the Uranus? Is it that T34 Tank? Is it something different? Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comments down below. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.